Anime Hi everyone, we hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to this week's episode of Anime Roomy. It's already our 6th episode, and I think we're finally getting into the groove of this podcast. The members are
Lovely Lively Pink, Sakura.
Your Blue Ranger One-san, Yuri.
Happy and sunny as orange, Mikan.
And I'm your MC, a touch of sweet and sour yellow, Yuzu. Today's episode will be delivered to you by these members, and thanks for joining us. To jump into our anime talk today, Sakura, what have you been watching recently?
I've been watching Komi-san. Komi-san ga Comic Show or something like that, I think in Japanese.
Komi Shogai.
Yeah. What's really funny part is that, I didn't read the manga until after the anime had come out, which is really weird for me lately because I've been reading more than I've been actually watching. And the funny part is I didn't even read the manga. I had seen all the memes that Komi-san was in. And I was like, I've got to watch this. And it's so cute and precious how she's just oh, I am completely, utterly unable to speak, let alone have relationships with people. But she tries so hard. Mm-hmm. I think that persevering attitude that she has despite her character flaws. Mm-hmm. Although I would say it's not too much of a flaw of hers. Sometimes people need to be know how to like me.
I wondered how the adaptation would go.
Oh, the adaptation compared to the show? Well, I think the
with comedy,
animation...
it's tough.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing, though, is a couple of years back, I want to say at least maybe, well, I don't want to say a couple of years. I feel like COVID's erased 3 years out of my brain.
Yeah.
Back in 2018, 2019, I feel like the animation studios have started doing this thing where they're they stay true to the panels, and the show, that. You can see it in the show where they have, the little square with all the words and stuff in it. And you're oh, wow, all this stuff is happening. And as a person who watches it with subs on, it's kind of hard to understand. But I think if I remember correctly, the dubbed one does have the words written. It's a lot of reading, but you kind of get that same feel of reading panel by panel.
One of my favorite adaptations of a manga was Detroit Metal City.
Same. My mom and I love watching that one.
Okay. Oh, you watched that with your mom?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's the funniest thing.
That's very metal. But the director of that, Hiroshi Nagahama sensei, is one of my favorite directors. And that was an early attempt because I think it came out in 2012, I want to say, maybe even earlier. And painstakingly reproduced the manga, panel by panel. Even the scene transitions were swiping between different panels, so it felt like turning the page sometimes. And you would think that sounds really limiting, and it actually was incredibly effective in sort of preserving the atmosphere that you need to be able to sell those sort of very surreal jokes that a series like that has. Tell me about Komi-san. Is it more of a daily life sort of comedy?
Yeah,
I've read a little bit of it.
Super slice of life. And it's really relatable. I think my favorite bit about the show is that everybody in the show thinks they're normal, but the whole school, or they think they're going to an elite school, but it's just a school of misfits and stuff. And it's
the
most fun kind,
people, basically.
Yeah, they don't know they're weirdos, and that's the precious part.
I feel they gloss over some insane things that they say, and I'm wait, hold on.
What is it? Osana Najimi? Najimi-kun? Najimi-chan? I love how she, he, they is androgynous, so you can't quite tell. And then they had a million friends show up with them to the festival
and Japanese
thing.
is so useful that you don't even need to worry about how to refer to a person.
Yeah. I know, I liked it a lot. It's hard to see in the beginning, but there's so much character development within Komi-san. And then Tadano-kun, I feel he's feeling more comfortable with who he is too. And I love how everyone supports Komi-san, and I feel it's such a cute show. Right? It's just so relaxing to watch.
And it's those small victories make everything you do in real life a little more celebratable.
Okay, so thank you, Sakura. I think I got to expand on a lot of topics about Komi Can't Communicate, and if you were interested in it as much as I was, please make sure to check it out. to our corner where staff of different anime production teams answer our questions. Today, we will be interviewing Kinoshita Tetsuya-san, a renowned anime producer. Some of his works include Attack on Titan, Yuki-in as a Hero, and Kengan Ashura. We prepared a few questions for Kinoshita-san, so without further ado, let's begin our interview.
Why do you think people who've already read the manga should watch the anime?
まず私のモチベーションが漫画を読んでこれを映像で見てみたいというところから始まっています。漫画からアニメにするときはキャラクターに声がついて効果音がついて音楽が加わって漫画とは違うエンターテインメントになると思っています。漫画とアニメを楽しむ視聴層が異なる場合もありますし、それは同じようで違うものなので、漫画もアニメも両方あっていいんじゃないかなと思います。
Kinoshita-san says that his main motivation for making the anime was actually reading the manga and wanting to see it actually played out. From changing manga to animation, he thinks that the character is going to have a voice, sound effects, and have an overall environment, including the music. He thinks the audience who enjoys the manga and anime may have some similarities and may have some differences, but he thinks it's okay to have both.
For this corner, Kusakabe Ko-san, the producer of a popular hard rock band called BAND-MAID, will be answering your questions. BAND-MAID is an internationally and domestically popular band where the members rock out dressed as maids. So let's start our interview with Kusakabe-san.
What are the most important skills to have as a producer?
担当してるアーティストだったりですね、その環境とかで大切なことはいろいろあると思うし、それぞれの考え方もあると思うんですけども、僕的に共通して大事にしてることっていうのは信頼ですかね。いろいろと困難だったり難しい壁だったり出てくる中でも、お互いに信頼関係があれば乗り越えられると思ってます。お互いのですね、目標をきちっと共有してですね、信頼関係を築きながら進んでいくことが成功の近道なのかなと思っています。
He finds trust to be the most important thing between a producer and his artist. To be able to collaborate with various artists, he has to find a similar point or goal for them to work towards so they can get the best performances and the best music out. Essentially, that trust is something that he holds very dear as his role as a producer.
Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure to stay tuned for future interviews. Starting today, we will be having a new corner on our podcast called Oshi-Kai. Yay! So, Oshi-Kai is a play on words, taking Oshi from the word Oshi, which means your fave, and then Joshi-Kai, which is like a girl's talk. And in this corner, we'll be introducing our favorite voice actors, or seiyuu, manga, idols, characters, and other topics of Japanese culture, which we want to share with you all. Today's theme for Oshi-Kai will be Urashimasakatasen.
Wow.
So, I'm very excited to be talking about this today. Have any of you heard of them before?
No, it's my first time even hearing of it. Would you say the name again?
Urashimasakatasen. So the group name is taken from the names of all the members. The members are Urata-san, and then Shima, Sakata, and Senra, which is where the word comes Urashimasakatasen. So that's what it is. And then they've done a lot of openings for anime, like for Bungo the Alchemist. And then they've also done some music for video games. Like there's this otome game called Ikemen Vampire. I don't know if you've heard of that before, but...
Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Adding that to my list right now.
Yep.
My Roomy list.
It's becoming a very long list.
So have you heard of Utaite before? And do you know what it is?
Just a little bit about it, but I know, Yuzu-chan, you're very into Utaite. So can you give us like a newbie introduction?
They mostly start from Nico Nico Doga, and then they upload like covers of mostly Vocaloid and then anime songs. And so now so the word utatte mita means like I tried singing, which is where the word utaite comes from.
Would you say that Nano is somebody like that? Because I remember them being super popular because of like their Nico Nico stuff. So I was just like,
yes. I think so. They did the covers for a bunch of songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think one really popular one right now is Mahu Mahu. And like he sung like the Japanese like New Year's singing
Kohaku
thing. And I remember, Kohaku Tagasen. And like that's how I was like, whoa, like utaites are like really big now.
They
So
have arrived.
they're
When you're on
definitely-
Kohoku, you're legit.
Yeah.
Kohaku, you're legit.
They're getting a lot of attention recently, and I think that's just from the fact that they switched. Like, they're starting to upload more onto YouTube now, so it's more accessible to not just like people in Japan, but also to people worldwide. And I think that's really something that's great about Utaite. Is like it's something that everybody can enjoy. And actually, so these 4 members, to go back to Urashimasakatasen, they have their separate YouTube channels. Separate from their actual group channel, and there they actually do upload covers of popular Vocaloid songs, and that's actually how I got into them a while back, like a long time ago. Urata and Sakata, they had a duet over cover of Dragon Knight by Sekai no Wari.
Oh,
Do you know?
I love them.
Yeah, so that's what got me into Utaitem, and so the fan base for Urashimasakatasen is called Crew. And it's like a play on words because they made the title of the group Urashimasakatasen, which like sen, they use the kanji for boat. So it's like, so
Yeah, so you're like the crew on the
Urashimasakata boat.
Yeah.
but it also takes a name from senna. So I thought, so I love being part of Crew. That's not just only because like they're really talented and they have amazing songs, but they also have like a really wide like variety of songs, like very Japanese style songs to also very like dark and like posh songs. So I think that's also something that might be appealing. You can totally get into them really easily because they have so many different types of songs that you'd definitely get into. So if you're interested, I would totally recommend watching them on YouTube. And they also do more than just uploading covers and their original songs. They do like video game live streams. Those are so fun to watch. And what my favorite part of Urashimasakatasen is like they have this gap between their like performance selves. So, they're like really cool and like singing and dancing. And then when you watch their live streams, they're just like yelling. So that gap is another charm
Real life
point.
Camp Boy.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Urashimasakatasen. Do you guys have any more questions? I could totally answer like any question you have.
Give us your top song or maybe your top 3 songs that newcomers should listen to. What would you play for someone to get them hooked on the group?
Okay, so I think like one of the major songs when you think about Urashimasakatasen is Peacock Epoch. I think that was like a major song that like kind of exploded on YouTube.
That's such a stylish title.
It is. It's like a very stylish song as well. Other than that, I think it just like depends on your taste in music, but I definitely like Hana ya Hana. It's a very Japanese type song, and I play it so much that my mom has remembered all the lyrics of the song.
Go, Mom.
Yeah.
Is that your karaoke favorite?
Yes. Like all of the Urashimasakatasen songs that are in karaoke, I'll sing them all. I know all the lyrics. And lastly, I'd say Red Hot Crazy Night. I think that one is just really fun and like upbeat, and it gives me so much energy. So
Do you have Oshi person within your Oshi group?
yes, I do. Sakata, the person for the color red, he is my favorite. I've been standing him, like he's been my Oshi ever since I got into Urashimasakatasen, and I feel like because of that I have so many just red items in my room, like
Like
just
reminds me of
subconsciously.
him.
Yeah.
You know your love is true when you start unconsciously dressing in the same colors
Yeah.
as your Oshi's image color.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's for real.
And my headphones are also red.
Oh yeah.
On that tangent, like, is there any like merch that they put out that you think is like super duper
Oh,
cute?
merchandise. We're all about the goods. Tell
So
us,
they
what
have-
is this adorable thing you have?
Right. So they have so many different like cute merchandise. Like they have little like round bean figures that are just
I know
like
what you're
soft.
talking about.
Like Tsum Tsum kind of thing?
Yeah, like but like they
Yeah.
have that for all the characters, and then the characters also have like animal versions of like their characters. So Irata-san his like whole title is actually Ura Tanuki, and like, you know, Tanuki. So he has like a little Tanuki, and then most of the merch comes with that. And then Sakata, he's like kind of known for his like dog-like personality, like in a good way. Yeah, and he's like really like happy. So his character is like a dog.
Wanchan type.
And, yeah, I love Wanchan type boys. They're like so cute. And then Senda-san, he's the color yellow, because they all have different colors. So sorry, I
Right.
should probably go over that. Urata-san is green, Sakata is red, Senda is yellow, and then his character or like animal is a fox. And then Shima, and his color is purple. And I like, so his fans are called Shimarisu, like, you know, listeners of Shima. So then the animal is a squirrel, which is Risu,
yeah.
which is really cute.
I
Yeah.
thought for sure with a name like Shima, they'd go for like, I don't know, Shimauma, zebra,
Yeah.
kura, or tiger.
But no, chipmunk, that's a novel. That's a very like cute and thoughtful take on it.
Yeah, and for like other merchandise, like honestly, like they have so much, like all their like clothing type merchandise are very stylish. Like they also just have a bunch of merchandise for their individual albums and stuff. And I love, like recently, Urata-san had his own like merchandise for his new single or his new album, and it was like this beige vest. And it was really cute, and I actually got it, and I wear it to school all the time.
Repping.
But like a lot of the merchandise you can use in like everyday situations, and it's subtle. But if you're a fan, you know.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
all
you
I ever
know.
ask for in anime merch. Is I don't want to be outed, but I also want the people who know to know.
Yeah,
was going to-
exactly. So that was a lot of fun. I'm so happy I got to like gush over my favorite group. I'm looking forward to like the next Oshi topic though. Like this is so much fun. I can't wait to see what'll be next. So that was our Oshi-Kai on my Oshi Utaite group called Urashimasakatasen, and I hope everybody got to learn something about Urashimasakatasen, and I hope you like understand some of the like charm points of the group. And we'll find out what the next topic is next time. Thank you. So we had a new corner today. What did you guys think about it?
I had a
Enlightening.
lot of fun.
Best
yeah.
yet.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun being able to gush over Urashimasakatasen too. So please check out our Twitter account and official website, and tweet us at #AnimeRoomy with any questions or comments you have for us, or even about today's Oshi topic. I'll definitely be checking for those comments. Thank you so much for joining today, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye, Roomy.
Bye bye, Roomy.
Bye bye.